Hey everyone, welcome back to Vows and Voyages, your favorite podcast by Josh and Lydia, husband and wife, newlywed.
I'm celebrating it today, so you gotta
look like a youth, I guess.
yeah, you gotta before it escapes.
Yeah, welcome back, guys. Once again, we are so excited to be back. It's becoming one of our favorite things to do, sitting on this couch and just talking. And thank you again for constantly engaging, liking our videos, and leaving comments. We really appreciate it as usual. We have our new tradition where we read some comments.
In the comment section.
Do you want to read some comments?
I'll read one. Tokujoy says, I love this and pray that a lot more people can be able to discover this podcast because God is using you as a medium to change the narrative, and honestly it's so comforting to watch and hear. Love you guys always. Love you too.
Thank you so much. It's actually it's reassuring to see these comments. We're actually doing something right.
You were doing Vanzel.
Yeah. So thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
And then Maziopa Nelly says, learning a lot here. Thanks for showing up for our generation.
Oh, we are showing up.
Sounds heavy.
We are showing up.
But we're really glad that you're learning a lot. Also, feel free to leave comments about the episode and what you've learned and anything that you would like to say about the actual conversation. That would also be nice. But we appreciate the comments that are coming in. Thank you guys so much.
Yes, sir.
So today we're gonna do something a bit light, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna do some questions and answer a Q&A. I just found some interesting questions on the internet and I thought we could just answer and so it will help you get to know a bit about us, about our relationship, I guess about us as individuals, and we'll still have a good time with it. You ready?
And it'll also be good for us because I realize you don't stop getting to know your partner even though you're married, so let's do it.
You ready? So I know the questions, he doesn't.
Wow.
So
I feel like I'm at an interview.
But we're both going to be answering them anyway. I didn't have time to think through the answers. I just saw them. Cool question, put it. So level playing field, playing ground.
We should do this in the beginning of every episode. Maybe 2 questions.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah. Okay.
What was your spouse wearing on your first date? And what memories does that bring back?
Depending on which one our first date was.
The one that was the first time we went out on a date, on a official romantic date. I know we used to do cake dates, but not that. The first time we went.
I don't know if it was the time we did the drive-in movie or the time we went for lunch at thingy.
You don't know which one was the first?
No, if it was that one.
Which one was first?
The drive-in movie was the first one.
The one I took you on, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. You took us on our first date.
Yeah. That really is interesting. I planned our first date.
I can't remember. I just remember, were we both in black?
No, I'll look for the picture, but you wore that purple, pinkish, oversized thing that you don't wear now, shirt.
Pinkish?
Okay, it's not pink. It's I don't know what color that is. The oversized shirt is red. It doesn't look red, but it's in between. It's not lilac, but it's just a weird color.
I wore black. Let's.
I wore black.
We'll find the picture.
Yeah, I wore an off-shoulder black top.
And
then I had that fringe thing. Yeah.
She had the bangs.
Yeah. And then I think you wore that oversized shirt. But what memories does that bring back? The first thing that comes to mind.
I think it was just so chill.
Yeah.
It was chilled vibes. Even the food we got that day was just chill, to some hot dog.
Yeah. We didn't overspend.
Yeah,
the movie was so cheap.
It was so relaxed.
Yeah.
Somebody was watching the movie with their eyes closed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. I remember
Yeah.
it was like, yeah, it was just like we were just chilling, we are just
Yeah.
pretty much hanging out. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so much fun and chilled. And I think like doing dates like where there are a lot of people is also like a nice thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was just like a fun night out. We just dated and yeah.
Yeah, like there's times where like you're sort of like in your head, like, this date be what, but like no,
Yeah.
it was just for me. Like it was just chill. It was just
Yeah.
like we're just hanging out.
It was actually nothing romantic even. It just felt like we're just hanging
Yeah,
out.
it was just hanging out. That was cool.
Yeah, I think that was like in 2019 or 2020. Somewhere there.
Yeah, somewhere there.
Yeah. Okay. If your spouse could go back to school for anything, what would they study?
If my spouse,
Meaning me, yeah. What did I
my
study?
spice would do child something,
Yeah,
child
definitely.
education.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think you would
and the
go.
ballet.
Yeah, I think you would go back and do like anything in your field.
That's my field.
Sound production, music.
No, my field is ministry.
Oh.
I'm a worshiper.
Aye.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for me, like, the whole child education thing is just like, I feel like it's what I've always wanted to do. Like I've always known that I want to serve kids. I've
From how
always
far
known
back?
ever since ever.
Ever since you were a child.
Not
Don't
really
get
a
to
child,
be a
no.
child. You can't.
Okay, maybe from my teens. Yeah, like I really like I just knew like I just want to serve children. Like I just didn't see my life without serving children and going to university, a lot of people discouraged me. They're like, no, don't do that. Do something else. But like now that, I'm here, I would definitely go back to study that.
They'll bring their children to you.
Oh.
The ones who are discouraging
Right.
you. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so follow your passion.
For sure. For sure. Definitely.
Okay, next question. Which piece of clothing do you hate the most? Which piece of clothing of theirs, of your spouse?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which do you hate
That
the most?
most of them we've gotten rid of them so far. But
The black vest.
no, that's been okay. Like a purple flowery off shoulder.
You guys, it's a cute top. I don't even know why he doesn't like it. It's such a
Hey,
nice
I'm
top.
just answering the question. I'm just answering the question. I don't know. It's just it gives. I don't know.
It just reminds me of a conversation we had earlier this week when at the dinner table when I first met Joshua, I
Oh my
was so
gosh.
put off by his dressing.
I never hear the end of this story.
No, we just talked about it recently. But then I was like everything checked out. Like he's such a good guy, but the way he dresses. And recently he was telling me like it was so superficial, what's the word?
Yeah.
Like it was so for real, like
Yeah.
and now looking back I'm asking myself like was I really going to turn down a good person just because of the way they dress?
Gucci.
Not
Jordan.
Gucci. It's just that yeah, I don't know what
No,
it
it was wild.
Yeah.
If we can put a picture, we'll put. But it was wild.
Yeah.
Even when I look back, I'm like, okay, dang, yeah.
Yeah, but I think honestly, like what matters is what's on the inside.
Clearly, and also on the outside.
I mean, yes,
Travel.
what's on the outside? It does matter actually. First
Yeah.
impressions matter because
It does.
people don't see what's on the inside first. They see what's on the outside first. And it could be an easy way for someone to be like, oh no, before they even get to see what's on the inside. But I
That's true.
remember like my mommy Busa, as I call her, like she just told me, she's like, if this person has everything that you want, like don't
A
look
jeans
at
job.
don't look at what he wears. Like when a woman steps into his life, like you can, so yeah.
And I was so skinny. Oh my gosh. Like, I don't know
Well-
if you can call them cheekbones or just bum. It was crazy.
Nice. What about me? Was there anything in my past that you didn't like in my dressing?
Yeah. Nah.
I actually used to dress better previously than now. Huh? I feel like I used to. Okay, no, I used to overdo it though.
Yeah,
I used
you
to,
kind of used to.
and it came from a place of insecurity. Remember, I told you, like, in my past relationships, I felt the need to have this standard, and I was very insecure. Like, I even told you, like, I wouldn't even go, like, on a video call, I would have to put on makeup. Like, I was so insecure.
Yeah.
And so I used to overdo things, like, every time I have to be dressed up, and yeah. Was that a turn on or a turn off? Was that like a...
I don't think it was a. I don't think it was a turn off. It was just like it's just a concern, like but like not really like yeah, nah. It was just like a concern.
What about when I went swimming with makeup? Do you remember that?
That was wild. That was. Ish. You had some really good makeup, huh?
I don't know what that was, but I went swimming with makeup. Yeah, that was like I was just in an insecure place. I'm actually surprised how you stayed
Turned your
with me.
life around.
No, just how you stayed with me during that period of her being insecure.
Yeah, but I guess we're kind of still knowing each other even in that period.
Yeah. Okay. What was your first fight about? I'll let you talk more because I feel like I've talked so much.
Yeah, it's okay.
What was our first fight about?
Can I remember what our first fight was about? In marriage or before? In life?
I think just in life. We can just do just in life.
I'm sure it's just stuff to do with differences and just like, right? I don't know, our first like fight. I don't know if it was that one or it was that one. I was like, you don't listen to me. I'm like, remember when we were in the car? Like
all
just
the
outside
time.
the place.
Oh, I remember. That was heated. That was a fight. Like we yelled at each other.
That was the one.
Like we yelled at each other.
That was the beginning of love.
I don't even think we were dating at that, but we were dating.
Yeah, we were.
We were? Yeah,
That
we
was
yelled
the
at each
beginning of
other.
Intimacy.
Yeah.
Love. Yeah, it was ish.
Do you remember how it made you feel?
To me, what? Yeah, I remember. I felt like I just wasn't that special to you, because it just kind of felt like I'll keep on saying the same things and like I'm not changing, I'm not listening to like what I'm saying, and it's like it kind of felt like we make the effort and like we adjust for people who we care about and people who like this person is special, like I'll do anything for them. So I was like, hey, baby, yeah, I'm just not that guy. Yeah, that was the feeling. Now you need to take me for lunch, for bringing back this food.
And for me, it was like, it just didn't seem like a big deal because it was like small things, right? Like where you felt like, I don't reply to like stuff that you say. Is that what the fight was about?
Yeah,
like you would be talking and then like, because I used to do this thing a lot and maybe I'm still improving, like where I'm just in my own head, like maybe he's saying stuff and then to just bounce off like I won't comment. That was it, right? Yeah. I hope I'm correct. Yeah, so. Some stuff like that. Stuff yeah. Like that, yeah. And I didn't know that it was affecting him that much. Like,
I
was just used, and I think this was actually the first relationship where like that level of engagement was required. Because to me, it felt so normal. Like, I didn't really feel like I was doing anything wrong, but like it really challenged me to be a better listener. And I know it still pops up now, but it's actually a reminder that I need to actively work on that. But yeah, it really challenged me to be a better listener. As you said, like you adjust for somebody that you care about. And even if it doesn't seem like something big for you, because it's something big for your partner.
Exactly.
You adjust.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
It was wild.
It was,
the fight was jade.
Yeah, we were shouting.
But then I remember what was going on. I think we were going to our pastor's place at the time. And then like on the way, we were just like, that was kind of sexy.
Yeah. Like, oh, we yelled at each other.
I was like,
Ridiculous.
we are so toxic.
Ridiculous.
We can't be liking this. Yeah, but it was,
Yeah, and it was the first time anyway. And also, in my defense, I had only seen like the kind part of you. I was like, Joshua is over kind. Like, does he even, you know? Yeah.
push me to the edge.
Who brought up marriage first?
I honestly don't know. Like, I can't remember. Was it true?
I know I used to talk about it a lot more,
I
but
don't know. I feel like I've also kind of talked about marriage, but I don't know who like brought up the conversation.
I feel like we used to talk about marriage generally, but I feel like the time for it becoming serious, I think it is you, because you said it in passing, like I don't want this year to end without me bringing plates. That's when I took it like, oh, you know, I did.
Oh, it's mine now. I've secured.
Oh wow! No, I took it as okay. It's this year, like it's not. It's you know, but it ended up being the next year.
Yeah.
So I think like we used to talk about marriage, and I think it's a healthy thing. Like when you get to a certain point in your relationship, to have those conversations, talk about kids, talk about how many children you'd like to talk about, you know, just life and to make sure you're going the same direction.
And I remember, like I think. Like this was like after we dated, broke up, got back together, and so like in that season and space where we're both adjusting, we're both figuring stuff out, we're both intentionally making it work, right?
Yeah.
And it was going so good.
Yeah,
it was going so good, and I'm just like, what's the next step when you've got a relationship and the relationship is good? You know, it's like, what's the next step? It's just marry that person. Yeah, and I guess that's kind of where even like my head was at in thinking like, what's that now? Let's just take the plates. This year is the end.
What do you think got you to the point of thinking like, is it just because everything was going good? Like, what gets a man to the point like, okay, I want to marry this one?
I don't know about other men, but I feel like it was just that. And when I say going good, I don't mean like oh, everything was just perfect and whatever, but like we were just both being intentional about the relationship and both being intentional about growing, both being intentional about being there for each other, you know, picking each other up when, you know, we're slacking or whatever. Like there was just that. And for me, I feel like that's what makes a good relationship, right? Because it's two people.
Yeah.
And two people both, you know, loving on the other person, serving the other person. And that's what it was. So it's like, okay, I like this. I want this to continue.
Yeah.
What's the next step? Because the relationship must.
Yeah.
And I felt like if you have that in a marriage, like you're set, right? And I know there's some guys who are asking me like how do you know? Okay, now this one.
This one is the one.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, obviously, aside from the obvious things, like obviously be friends, do you love the person, and whatever, before you even go in our society of red flags and whatnot, before you even start like doing, but this person has this issue, but this person has this issue, there's obviously the aspect of friendship, the aspect of love, but also there's that aspect of, are they the type of person who can work on themselves? Are they the type of person who's like, you know, always willing to be better?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if you've got that aspect, I feel like, sweet. Because I guess marriage kind of does that, right? It exposes stuff about you. And then if you're the type of person who's just like,
this is the way I am.
Exactly. Like, I don't have an issue, bro. Like, I'm amazing. Do you know me? Like, I am Josh, bro. Like, no, like, you have to have that attitude and that mentality of, I can adjust, I can be better, I can be better, I can be better, I can be better. So that when things pop up, you're like, okay, yeah, I've probably slacked there and I can be better. It will just enrich your marriage. Now, if it's the opposite, it's just like, Satan this time. Satan.
Oh my gosh, that's so interesting. And like, I wanted to say, like, as you were talking, do you think us breaking up and getting back together was necessary for us to be like not set for marriage, but to be in a better place to be like, okay, yeah, this is the person?
I think so.
Yeah.
In hindsight, I think what like our breakup did was it broke off the pretentiousness.
Yeah.
And it kind of broke off this whole the idealistic type of love. And so now when we got back together, it was okay. It's now real.
Yeah, let's be real.
Yeah, like let's communicate, let's talk, let's
Yeah.
address things. Yeah, so I feel like it was very necessary. I feel like in the beginning we just kind of expected it to be all fairy tale and like
Yeah.
just butterflies,
Smooth sailing, yeah.
dragonflies, I don't know, unicorns.
Oh,
Yeah.
nyakapeneles.
Yeah, it's one type of love. Just
Yeah, and
Yeah.
for me, one thing that also the breakup did for me, it made me realize that I wanted to be with you. Like, I was like, after we broke up, I was like, he's such an amazing person. I want to be with this guy. Yeah, so again, it takes humility to say that.
Yeah.
Like, you could, because, you know, we each had reasons for why we broke up. There's that anger of, oh, it actually got to a breakup. Because I remember when we broke up, I said it as a joke. I was like, you know what, maybe I should just break up. And then this guy was like, yes, fine, let's
yeah,
break up.
you are right. Let's do
I
it.
was so shocked. I was like, huh? Did you actually break up with me? Who broke up with who? I don't know because
Yeah, it's like I think you're
you're
definitely right.
And I was like, ah.
Let's end this.
But then after that, now it took humility to be like, because I'm the one who's like, hey, let's break up, and then you sealed the deal. But then the humility of coming back and saying, this is something that I actually want, and just someone I actually want to be with.
Yeah.
So I think it also brought that out. Like, you need to be humble. You need to be able to
Yeah.
repent. You need to be able to apologize. You need to be able to change your ways.
Yeah.
So yeah, but also I don't know if this is necessary, but I found myself like on the topic of marriage, in a negative relationship and just so sold out like I want to get married to this person. And we were talking about like what gets you to, when I was asking you what gets you the point of this the person I want to marry. I feel like for women sometimes we just want to get married, like
As long as you're sharing me, no pressure, no pressure.
and like I think like going through all these processes and working on yourself is just the best thing for you, because I could imagine myself like at that stage getting married, like it would have just been such a disaster.
Yeah.
Like it would have been such a disaster. So like when you go through negative things, sometimes just try and see what positive thing can come out from that. Like how can I work on myself and how can this get better? Because situations, you choose what the situation does to you. It's either it makes you a worse person or it makes you a better person. So always choose for that situation to make you a better person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'd also say like in terms of like just being in that position where you kind of know you're trying to figure out if marriage is the right direction for this relationship or with this particular person is I was gonna say like is this person for you?
Yeah.
Right? Because I feel like doing a lifelong partnership, you need to know
Yeah.
that this person is for you. But then again, at the same time, for you to be in a position where you're asking if this person is for you, you have to be the type of person who's for someone else as
Yeah.
well. Because now you'll be in a situation where you're just like, me, I want to get married, me.
Yeah,
So this guy
yeah.
has to be for me.
Yeah.
And then that's all the focus
so
is
true.
on. And then you're not the type of person who's ride or die, I'm here for you
That's so
lifelong.
true.
Yeah.
Nice. That's such a nice point, actually. And it actually feels like what I was. Like, it was just like, me, this is what I want, and this is right. And I feel like just be true to yourself. Like, just be true to yourself. Because, honestly, I feel like marriage is such a huge commitment, and you want to enter with, as you said, like somebody who's there, who's like, so just be true to yourself.
Yeah.
Ask the questions, answer the questions, make sure you're just being,
Yeah.
even if it hurts you and it breaks you, it's way better than entering it in a wrong way, or I don't know what I would say, but something like that. Okay. What is the weirdest birthday gift your spouse has ever given you?
Weirdest.
Or okay, I don't know if we gift each other a lot, but okay, the most awkward birthday, or just something that was just like
I don't know, all of them have kind of been sweet.
Ooh.
But yeah, all of them have kind of been sweet. I mean, even like, I was gonna say like the first one, but in context of like our relationship then, it was still kind of sweet because I don't know if we were just dating or it wasn't before we were dating. He got me like Panarotis, like
Yeah, I just got your food.
food thingy. Yeah, but like for me, it was like stuff I don't like usually go out and get. So it was like a special type of meal. Yeah, I feel like all of them have been okay. You? I feel like you kinda know. I feel like
What do you think
kinda
it
know.
is?
The day that one I took you to for lunch.
Oh, that one. Which
Yeah.
one? The one, the unplanned
The
one.
scallywags, yeah.
What happened that day?
Yeah, it was
Talking
awkward.
about birthdays, it was so awkward. Like we were dating, right?
It was so awkward.
And what happened?
Yeah.
There was a lot of
in my
miscommunication. Yeah.
In my defense, they have got this tradition where everyone comes home, they sing happy birthday, there's cake, as in like her family. So I thought, yeah, okay, I'm sure they want to spend time with her, sing happy birthday and whatnot. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll just take her for lunch and then I guess she can.
No, was the lunch even planned? It was?
Yeah, so I was like, I'll take her for lunch, then I'll give you the cake. I was like, cool. At least the family
I don't
can
think
have
that's
her.
how that happened.
That's how it was, yeah.
I feel like the lunch wasn't planned. You didn't plan
No.
anything.
No, I planned the lunch, but the thing is, I didn't know what time they wanted to sing happy birthday. So that's why I kept on asking. Like, is there a family? What, like, is there something happening or what?
Yeah, so yeah, that happened. No, actually, there was one. Remember one where I left your place at night sad?
It was not the same.
Oh, it was the same one, eh? Where I felt like you didn't plan anything.
Yeah, because,
Anyway, yeah, so just get to know your partner. And for me, birthdays were like a big thing. Are they still big for me? I don't know. But for me, like back then, they were just so big. Like,
which was why it was confusing. You had it was big. Like, it's big for who? For you and your family? Or big
no, for me. Like, it was big for me, like, you know?
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, we're still getting to know each other.
Yeah.
And yeah, that ended in tears. Actually, I feel like even you cried, right? You were sad.
I didn't cry.
It is.
I was just confused.
But you were sad that day. You felt like I didn't appreciate your cake.
Yeah, and I spent money on that cake. It came on a plane.
In hindsight, you actually did plan.
I did, but anyway, all's well that ends well.
All's well that ends well.
Can't leave me now.
Is your spouse more like, two more questions, this one more. Is your spouse more like their mom or their dad?
Definitely. Spitting image of my mom. Spitting image.
Okay.
Same.
I feel like you're a mixture of both.
Yeah.
But maybe
I don't know why, ever since I got married, I've been noticing a lot of
your
my
dad's
traits.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh my God. But like, yeah, like everything, I'm telling you, down to especially his economical side. Like, he'll be the type of person who makes sure if you're not using the geyser, it's off. Why are you wasting power? Why are all the lights in the house on? So I'm just that person now, just passing. I'm like, lights off, geyser off. I'm like, oh my gosh,
I am my father's child.
Yeah,
Nice.
So I've been noticing it more than ever.
I've also noticed my mom in me, actually. You're not wrong. Like, all the things I say, my mom is always doing this. I'm also doing those things in our home. So guys, we hope you enjoyed and got to know us a little bit and still got some nuggets from our conversation. I had 2 more questions, but we have to end it because
we are on a load shedding management.
Yeah, but we'll answer the 2 questions in the next video when starting. They're very short questions and I really want us to answer them. Nice. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this. Please leave us a comment. Please let us know what you like. Please share this video. Ask if you're in a relationship, ask each other these questions.
Yeah, always get to know each other.
Yeah, fun way to get to know each other. Yeah. So until next time, bye.
Be strong with load shedding, guys. We are in this together. Group D, we are here for you.
Bye, guys.
See ya. Vows and Voyages.